Your worldview is stupid and there ain't no cupid. It's Rhyme and Reason 368.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why you're...
Hey there, Tony here. Happy days, right? Starting out with, your worldview is stupid. That sounds like a little kid going, your worldview is stupid. I know you're going, boy, he's got a little something on his chest today? Well, not really. I'm not going to have a whole lot of attitude in it, but I do have to think that somebody's worldview is stupid if they don't even know they're real. And you think, what in the world? Why would anybody say they're not real? They do. They do. And I won't go into it in depth right now as to why they will, but let's just say that's because they don't want it to go. They don't want to go where it goes, and that's leading to God. And what I mean by it is, do you exist? Then truth has to escape them because they know that if they exist, there has to be a cause and effect and all that kind of stuff. And I said I wasn't going to go into it, and I started going into it. So I'm going to get back to what I was talking about and talk about how when you're willing to talk about that sort of thing and say individualism leads to more anxiety and depression and self-harm, you need a reality check. And there are people talking about that too, individualism. But that won't work because you question whether or not you're just living in a simulation. Now, if you're listening to this and this sounds familiar to you and you identify with this, you know I'm talking to you. And you might think it sounds intellectual, but your worldview is stupid. If it sounds like I'm, maybe a little bit more than just passionate about this, it's because I am. Because this morning as I skimmed through my news app, I came across a story pushed out by the BBC, which stands for Banal Blabbering Confusion. It was apparently from the Science Focus magazine. The very title is oxymoronic. Should be Science Fiction magazine. Anyway, the headline read, "The illusion of individualism helped us succeed as a species, but now the scales are tipping." Get it? Those last three words, aren't they clever? Scales. Scales, we all came from fish. We came from the ocean. Anyway, in addition to lots of typos and grammatical errors in that article, it didn't even give a byline. Of course, I can't imagine anyone wanting to take credit for it, but it was based on a stupid book. Yes, stupid. I mean, the long title is The Self-Delusion, The Surprising Science of How We Are Connected and Why That Matters. And that book is actually by a guy named Tom Oliver. Now, I've never met Tom. He might actually be a nice guy. But I can still say with total confidence, Tom, your worldview is stupid. But Tony, have you read the book? Nope, sure haven't. So how in the world can you say the book is stupid or that Mr. Oliver's worldview is stupid? Because evolution is stupid, and it has been. It's been debunked so many times, it probably boggles their lizard brains. And evolutionists, they refuse to see it because they refuse to shake the scales off their eyes. Yeah, see what I did there? No new theory disguised as facts or science refutes the amazing information-based design in each and every one of us. Yep, design. We're not just carbon-based creatures. We have information that makes us who and what we are. And every book, like the one I just talked about, that starts with a false assumption is really only a misinformed collection of words. And worse than that, these theories lead to fairy tale land, a land where the inhabitants will believe in aliens from space, Santa Claus, leprechauns, and even Cupid, rather than believe in the Creator God. And that's not good science. It's a stupid worldview going nowhere. Give me a thoughtful individual any old day of the week, one who can think for himself or herself and isn't afraid to speak about the wonders of the human race. No doubt we all were designed. Life doesn't rise from electrical sparks or how the stars are aligned. Yes, we're connected if we choose to be, and we really should applaud how each person has more value because life is connected to God. And that spark of life you have, that information that you have that's inside you and that you can share, it's another electrical example of how life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a rhyme and